Okay, guys. Hey, Darksmiter here. I'm welcoming you back. I am welcoming you back to Space Engineers. Ugh, which, for some reason, I fumbled over my words. Um, like I said, I did a little bit of tweaking and working without you guys being able to see, because little bits of it are going to be kind of boring, I think. But we're still building a base underground. I, however, have noticed a major major, minor, it's just a little bit of a problem, as in that this part that's sticking out is still getting hit by asteroids. This temporary turret situation, temporary, basically, is a point there. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but like this frontal zone, I noticed, I fixed it up, but down over, like right about there where I'm looking, there was a hole from a meteor and that's a problem because the whole point of this being in the ground is to prevent that. And granted, I did make a very long hangar, and like I said, things are subject to change. Maybe that will just become very small and just like right up against the rock in the end when this becomes a functioning base. But now I'm going to just jump in and give like a little bit of a tour of things that have happened since then. So all the machines at the entrance that are just kind of whatever. Actually, we don't. Okay, it wouldn't let me delete that for a second. We don't need that. Okay, I added a little bit of stuff, and which I just realized that I should have color coded things wrong because I've been sticking to a color pattern. But whatever. Okay, the first thing you'll probably notice is this big green area and the yellow doors over there. I want to show this off for this reason. Oh, shit. Okay, never mind. Fucking bumping the Windows key. Anyway, because we have to hold Alt to look around. So, I just wanted to show off because I mentioned that when building this previous, we had a problem with the airtightness. I created this. This is unmodded, which it's just the standard doors that exist in the game. You have to like set up a little bit of tweaking in the background to make all, because they're all individual units, make them all work together. It's really easy. Game makes it like that. I just think this is awesome. It's fantastic. We have a huge hangar bay door. It works wonderfully, does the job. Before we go off to show off the rest of the crap, I did utilize it, closing it and sealing off the bottom portion and checking out, and it makes it airtight. I filled it up with oxygen. I deleted oxygen generators. It still maintained oxygen-y. Ugh, okay, that was an abrupt jump. Anyway, I also made this little hallway. Again, stumbling over my words for some dumb reason there. Ignore the blueness around that. Whatever. Which, the doors in this game don't work fantastically. She could probably actually do something cooler with those too, but regardless. Anyway, I created this nice little door system for you, an individual, a little person, can run through it on your own to, because the normal situation is, this is your base. You don't want to have it venting oxygen all the time. That would be a huge problem. So this big door will almost always be closed, unless you're going to fly a ship out of it, which will be a thing that we'll have to tweak with and work on later, again, more on the functionality side of the base. So a person can just come in, go through this airlock system of what it is so far, and utilize that. Now, the next thing is I went down and dug down and set up like a base area for, this is our basement? I don't know, ground floor, underground. This is where most of the base will happen. Me and my friend, when were building ours, decided to build this wing over this way as like a construction shipbuilding wing, which I am not doing. And this one was a different wing, which I will discuss later, or in a little bit. I'm going to take everything in front of here and make it just a wide, big construction zone. That's what it's going to be. So the ships, if you build a ship in here, probably will park somewhere in there as well. But you build a ship, you park a ship, and you're like, okay, I'm going to fly my ship out, fly out, go up, probably with the elevator when I start working with some mods. You go forward, and woo, you're flying out of the base. Pretty awesome. I think that'd be really cool. You know, lots of things do that kind of stuff. But again, there's going to have to be some sort of door system here to close off the bottom portion of the base from the top portion of the base so that there's a ship airlock, which I haven't worked on yet because at this point when I'm moving around and adjusting things, it's probably just going to be in the way. But there's probably going to be a similar hangar bay door situation there that will go in this area, probably as a floor. So the ship will be able to come up. The hangar bay door back there will close when you move forward. You open this one, and you fly out, and the whole base stays airtight the entire time as well. It gets me to my next little addition, which I don't like so far, but right now it's function rather than, you know, beauty. It is just a small shaft where you as a person, again, won't have to worry for the later hangar bay doors that are going to go in there. You can just go into this little room, which will have a door, jetpack your way up, which is not super easy, again, and then you'll be out here in the hangar area. I believe that there are blocks. This is actually a thing where we're getting into some territory of stuff I don't know about. There are blocks that will detect ships and stuff like that and operate doors automatically, which is a thing we're going to be looking forward to. Now, this portion of the base I've determined will be like a refining area, which is also going to get into an area that I guess I don't know that much about. Because, let's see, I know we need a refinery. Oh, and then I don't remember what they're called. I think upgrades? Nope. Oh boy, it'd be nice if I knew what they were called. What is a space ball? That's something I don't know about. Oh yeah, module. Okay. Now, this is kind of whatever. I'll just pick one. It doesn't really matter what we're doing. The point is that I'm hitting all the wrong buttons, is that we need enough space to utilize multiple refineries. I mean, granted, this I'm building in creative. It's harder to build. It's material intensive to build in survival modes, and we'll have to this is not an area of my expertise, as you'll notice very quickly. Cool. I always fuck up the rotation every time I do it. So, you need enough area for multiple of this whole block system. So you need, 3 by 4 by 3 by 4 by 2. Well, I guess 3 really be 3 by 2 by 4. So yeah, we need space for multiple of those. While we I don't know how to set this up properly, so we're probably I'm going to figure a lot of that out off camera and then show it off again. So I'm just going to go with the first thing here, just kind of push forward to, make something happen here. While I keep talking, let's see what kind of damage that does to the base. While I keep talking, I'm going to dig the area out for the ship area, the shipbuilding area. Now, this needs to go... nope, can't make it touch, because if it touches, it's going to try to rip blocks that are connected. Stop. God damn. Oh, I'm bumping up against the wall. That's why it's making it hard. So I need to figure out the refinery thing. I know that I've played before, and this was previous patches, but, pretty sure the principle still applies, because refineries, I don't think, have changed much since I've been using them. Oh, would that bump into the ceiling? That would bump into the ceiling. We don't want that. Actually, here's a question, too. This is a thing that I like to do, and probably going to do to be able to see. Yeah, I can't put it there. Well, I could delete that block and then not put it there still. Great. Why is it doing that? Okay, now I can put it there. Whatever. We'll just fix the ceiling anyway. It might not even be the ceiling. Point is, I've done not creative survival mode without this kind of stuff. Building all the setups, that kind of thing. But I don't know how to build the setup for a refinery system. So me and my friend built one, which was very nice, but he did mostly all of the work. We discussed what it should do and how it should work for, efficiency and effectiveness. He set it all up, and it was amazing. I've never done that. I have to figure it all out myself. We set it up in a way so that basically every refinery would be specific to an element, of which this game, which actually is probably a thing that I just need to double check on what they wait, no, I'm still working on that wall because I can see it's still deforming the wall. Make sure I know what all the elements that exist in the game are and do, because again, I spent a lot of time in my previous playings of this game working on building ships or mining and attempting to figure out how to make combat not a disaster, just something that I'll probably talk about at some point. But yeah, the thing here is that I want to set up a refinery system that will do all that. So it has to deal with, what are those blocks called? I don't remember. But there's parts of the conveyor system that you can set up you have to set up, which is also that the space over there will need room for the conveyors to connect everything together. But is that gonna be okay? Yeah, that's gonna be okay. It'll have to provide room for that, but it also have to, I believe, a sorter, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they are. Do I want to go out 8? Yeah. Okay. For a sorter to work its magic, where it will say, oh, at this point, through the conveyor, the only thing coming in this direction will be raw platinum. So it will then start processing through the platinum, and then, oh my god. Alright, well, now we're going to, this is a problem. Did I make this too tall? No, but whatever. We don't need to sit on top of it, and plus it's noisy. So this is probably better because we can just make it a thing where I don't have to constantly do this. But basically, to make sure that each time it passes through one thing, it will say this this ore goes in, so that let's get it do the thing that I always do. This ore will come in, and then it's an ingot will come out or whatever. It's uranium is not an ingot; it's whatever it is. But yeah, so I have to set up a very complicated system for that, which again will be boring because I'll probably screw up a lot, and I don't want to do that. The other thing to talk about, I guess, will then be probably, which we'll again show off in the next episode, which would be probably a more interesting one. will be I want to throw in a mod because, which now that we're really digging this deep, yeah, I want to dig this pretty deep anyway though, because I want a lot of room for construction. Which again, I want to emphasize that not necessarily like the final product. I mean, if I make a wall and like a little area in there of everything that is, the next time you see it, it might be wider or have whatevers. There are whatever. But the point that I was making before I got distracted, like I always do, is why am I on the first one? Oh, I know why. Me and my friend had a disaster. It wasn't a server destroying or our base destroying disaster when we had it. It was mostly funny. I'm going to emulate it, but not exactly. As in, this wing of the area will be a mine, basically. We were using a modded piston, which caused some problems when I believe the server crashed or something, or I crashed and thing got deleted. But for whatever reason, the drill was progressing forward forever. So it was still drilling and going through the planet, the moon, the entire time. It was just drilling and drilling and drilling. And we couldn't do, like, my friend had to chase it down underground and delete it, which was pretty hilarious. It left a huge tunnel, like, straight down through the planet. And we laughed a lot about it, but decided that it'd be cool to have a mine to, or like a mine / extend area kind of thing, where you could do whatever you want with it. Now, right, it changes what the piston is. That's the only thing left to do. Extend. The interesting thing about that is another modded thing that is definitely going to get added into this. Is it? I'll have to find it, but I'm pretty sure it is called an industrial centrifuge, and it will process through rock that you mine and convert it into, like, actually worthwhile materials. So it will take your rock, and a lot of rock will get processed, and it will spit out like little bits of gold and iron and all the other things that are in this game. Platinum, nickel, magnesium, all that stuff will come out of the rocks, and so you'll accrue a decent amount of the things, which I guess might have been a fine idea for this kind of thing, but I'd have to set up a whole huge conveyor system, and if you hold down right click with this, why didn't I reject, whatever, it doesn't really matter. If you hold down right click when you're drilling, which is what I've been doing, which gives you that nice huge area, it just deletes the stone, basically. So it all just goes away, leaves a huge wide affected area with these weird block hanging overs, which is wonderful for what I'm doing, but it won't net you any resources. Granted, I think that since the last time that we played, they may have not necessarily upgraded, but like increased the importance of stone. I think that you need a bit more of it to do stuff now or something. There's also plenty of modded uses for it as well. All that kind of stuff. That's the wrong button. Shit, how tall is it? One more. Okay. We want to do this also. So that'll be a thing to add in. And like I said, make interesting mining area off to the side where it'll have like maybe a small ship that'll just be easy to drive into the drive just into the rock, collect a whole bunch, pull it back in. You know, something minor, maybe even a ship that's not like a spaceship, just wheels, might just have a hole that goes in that you can just drive into and basically smash into the wall. Again, those are kind of things to figure out. There's like a lot of planning that goes into this, and like said, if you give me a chance, I will basically take this and make it as grandiose as possible. Now, I'm also going to extend outward in this direction, as you'll obviously see that I'm doing, because I just thought of, besides that specific type of mining, which will mostly net stone, and there will have to be this, which I'm going to utilize as, since this area that I'm in currently, and making people motion sick by wiggling around too much probably, will be my refinery zone. I will be... What? Okay, that just didn't place for some reason. I will need to make some sort of area where you can park a ship, and you can park a ship... Oh, excuse me. You can dock it with the conveyor system and have it pull out the ores. So like I said, this would be a construction / parking area, really, is what it's going to be over here. So if you can fly a ship down here and over to that area, there will be a way where you can hook it directly into the conveyor system, which will hook up to all the refineries that will be over there. So it will provide a nice, just simple connection where you don't have to worry about, you know, ships being in the way. It'll be out of the way of the construction or other ships. And the conveyors in this game work amazingly. They just pull everything off whatever and then put them all... You know what? I have an idea also. They take them off. It'll pull everything out of the ship and dump it into the system, and the system will process it. Now, there's a thing that I wonder if I can do. Get ready. Maybe the whole system will break down. It's just excessive laziness. Shit, though. This one wasn't even because I just kind of picked an arbitrary place. Seems fine, though. But right. Yeah, so that's just a way, because you want your mining ship to, you know, be able to easily access the system to get all the ore and crap out of it. Now, I'm assuming this is the new piston. What? Is that the old piston? Yep. It's the old piston, I think. So, alright. We gotta test this out. This is gonna be a fun one. I didn't make the rest of the drills. Which is hard. Yeah, I'm getting distracted, basically. The thing that I'm thinking about is, because I mentioned that it's nice to be able to process stone into something worthwhile with the centrifuge. Which I think that might be too tall, but fuck it, whatever. Like I said, I don't need the prettiness of the stone that I'm not going to see, because I'm going to build walls around it. We'll have to make some sort of way for some stone to get through and processed into... Ooh. Hoo-wee. That's wiggling. Right, but we have to get some stone processed through to be gravel, because gravel is important. We still will need gravel for some things. So we need to have, like, a way to, like, say... Because I also think that just a little bit of stone makes a lot of gravel. So it'd have to be like some sort of way to split it. Like 90% goes to the centrifuge, 10% goes to the gravel, which might even be too much. As in too much to the gravel. Oh boy, it's really freaking wiggling. I think this is just fun to watch, but maybe you guys don't. Let's retract both of them at once. Let's watch the magic happen. Oh, right. Well, I guess it's just probably more flimsy, and the drills are really... They're really powerful. They're good at throwing everything around. I know, as I said, my expertise in this game is piloting mining ships or building mining ships. Okay, we'll just stop that and freaking just jiggling like crazy. But yeah, mostly, I mean, that ended up being most of what's happening here is planning ahead and showing off a little bit of the tweaks that I've made to the base. Great. And I've chosen, like, I'm still sticking with a color coding scheme here, in so much that, God, I've hitting the wrong, I always do this. I always hit the wrong button first when flying around to build something. Sticking with a color coding scheme, like blue is just kind of the hangar area, and green will be this basement for now. Probably further color code things once I get them built. But like I said, I want to denote that there's a little bit of difference here, so I'm probably going to put a little bit of... Why the hell did that happen? That was the second time that's happened. Put a little bit of a wall system here for now, mostly to let myself know what I'm doing. I probably won't forget, but point is that. Now this could be a pretty good area for shipbuilding, which we don't have. I don't have much time left here before I'll call this apart. After all the discussion of plans that why did that happen? Haven't gotten to see it in action, and I'll probably work on most of it off camera and then do a long tour. Question is, and I will steeple my fingers for this, but is that enough room? Is that enough room for construction of a ship? Probably. I just am always worried because I don't know. You probably, I mean, I guess one of the secrets will be to pull up blueprints and copy a ship in, which I don't know if I have anything in here, but we can try that really quick. Yeah, okay. We can actually... Oh, no. I don't remember. I have a lot of ships that I have copy-pasted from online. You know, you subscribe to a thing and it's very nice. Actually, let's try this one. What? Can I not? Will this go? Ah, here we go. Why is it all fucked up? Oh. Well, okay. This is just an example. I just realized that this won't work at all in here because this ship was built in space. It has no planetary... Like, I don't think it can handle... Well, actually, there's no atmosphere here, so I think it can actually handle this, but if I just click it, we'll have a freeze for a moment and then pop in, and I guess it will fly. Alright, cool. So this is actually a ship that's meant for repairing and fixing things, which actually I might hang on to for a while. This will be the question of things. Oh, make sure... No. Okay. Ooh, boy. This ship does not have a lot of up thrust for what it is, which is fine, I think. Let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, yeah, because if I tilt this... Alright, let's just try this. Oh, boy, it's rough. I mean, this ship wasn't designed for this. I think the gravity is really slowing it down. But here's what I talked about before. Woohoo! Now the ship will go. Zipping away. Which is, like I said, this is a really neat ship. It's mostly designed for repairing or building, because it's got big welders on the front. It's not great for planetary, because so you can just zip. Not great for planetary because of there's a difference in gravity, obviously, but it kind of proves a point here to me. I'm assuming that's an asteroid impact there. Oh, we're gonna crash. This is a problem I have in this game as well, crashing. Yeah, maybe it won't work so great. Can't I just like Control X? Yeah, that's fine. We can just get rid of it. We don't need it. And then, yeah, fuck it, whatever. Leave those things around. I have to work on ships that actually work on a planet with gravity. But, proof of concept, basically. The ship was able to come from construction zone, fly out, go up, zip out. Again, I don't know. I still am nervous, because it's very easy to crash in this game, as I just demonstrated. I don't know if I want more space. But that's probably a tweaking thing for off-camera. Thanks for watching, guys. There'll be more of this. As usual, like I said, this might become more of a special thing at different times. So there might be other things that I want to show off on Sundays or whatever. But, you know, here we are. We're making an underground base. We've got a nice, like, floor plan kind of going for it. And, you know, so join me next time when there'll be more to show off and more to do. I'll see you guys then. You know, oh, I guess also the YouTube-y crap. You know, like, comment, subscribe. All of that's beautiful. Thank you for doing it. I love you the most. And this is Darksmiter signing off. Saying goodbye. Still don't know how to end things. Which has basically become a joke at this point.